This is Tom again, back at you with annuities. This is a very important segment of this annuity training, and for this reason. You want to be able to go in and have a conversation with your client, but you can't teach them to be the expert. If you do, and you overload them with details, much of which they don't necessarily need, you are going to put them to sleep. Their eyes are going to roll back in their head, and you're going to lose them. Take it from me, I've done it many times in the past, trying to understand how to best educate these people, okay? So I'm coming back to the home for the second appointment, and I'm gonna go in. Obviously, I'm gonna sit down and visit a few minutes with these people and try and keep things light and lively, because this is very nerve-wracking, confusing, and stressful for a lot of people, and I wanna try and remove that as much as I can. Again, none of this is to manipulate or take advantage of. The end result is, if we write an application, is because we're doing what's best for our clients. Never forget that, okay? Our income is a byproduct, never a feature, all right? So I go in, I've talked to my client a few minutes, and now I'm gonna start out the conversation by saying, listen, Bill, Mary, I wanna start this conversation to help you understand. If you're like most of my clients, this is what most of my clients struggle with, okay? You've got money in the market. You can't afford, as you've told me, to lose much of that money. Your goal is to use that money for income, or for whatever the case is that I'm here to talk to you about in the future. And based on those goals, your concern is, where do I put that money? Here is why I'm here to talk to you about a fixed indexed annuity. And I'm going to do my best to simplify things as best I can. And along the way, if you have questions, stop me and I'll explain as best I can. But if you're like most of my clients, your question is, where do I put my money where I can get a reasonable rate of return and not worry about losing that money? So in the future, I can achieve my goals, whether that be income or leaving it to my family. So what I do is I write down on a piece of paper, okay, we can put our money in the stock market. Well, that's where your money is, and your concern is either A, I have to put it into an investment area and try and make money, but then I have a great risk of losing money. Or I have to do what most people your age do, and that is put it all into a very conservative area. But unfortunately, I'm not making much. I'll still lose when the market goes down, but I'll lose a lot less. But unfortunately, my money's not doing much for me at all, okay? So that's one thing I can do. The next thing I can do is I can put it in a money market in the bank. Unfortunately, we're sitting at 40-year lows in interest rates. You may get 1.2% on that money in a bank, lock it up for 6 months or a year to do it, and then you get a 1099 at the end of the year and pay taxes on that measly amount of money that you earned to begin with. If you look at the buying power of that money, it's actually going backwards. It's buying less a year from now than it can buy today. So that's not a good solution. You can put it into real estate. Unfortunately, many things have been set up to happen again, as we saw in 2008. I don't have a crystal ball. I believe it's going to happen. I don't know when. But let's say a best case happens and nothing really happens and I don't lose that money. The real estate doesn't go down. It's still not very liquid. And if it doesn't grow much in value, how long is it going to take me to sell the property and get my money back? And how much will I have earned? And will I be able to get that money when I need it to do what I want to do with it in the future? Again, whether it be income or whatever the case might be, okay? I can put it into bonds. Well, we already know bond yields are very low because that's what they manipulated to bring interest rates to a 40-year low. So that isn't going to be much different than a money market, okay? I can put it in gold or silver. Well, the problem is it's kind of like real estate. It's very speculative. I don't know if it's going to grow enough by the time I need to sell it, and how much am I going to make, or how much may I have lost. And it's not real liquid. How long will it take me to turn that into dollars? So there's a lot of concerns, if you're like most of my clients, that you have as to where to put that money. The benefit with a fixed indexed annuity is all of that goes away. You can earn a very reasonable rate of return. You can't lose a penny. And if you're looking for income, when you're ready, you turn that income on, and that income will last you the rest of your life. That's it for now.